Welcome back everybody for another lap guide, and look at the interior of this car first of all. Wow, a lot of leather. This is the Lexus LC500, and we've also put our own rims on the car, change it up a bit, personalized it. Nice set of rims there. And we are at Watkins Glen, the long course. And we are also on sports hard tires, which makes this car a little bit oversteery, understeery, everything steery. Really a lot to control, especially on this course. But we're going to go through this and hopefully help you to get the gold time as well. So as usual, that's the time to be achieved, the 2:04.7. Top time at the time of recording, which is a 2:01.1, and our time a 2:02.4. We've actually pushed that up a little bit, but we'll get into this data logger and we'll watch here. As you can see, the braking points. This is the top 10 time. I think this is actually Calster's time, top time at the time of recording. As we come round there now, keeping on the gas, on the accelerator, as we come up to basically the hardest corner in this track. Hard onto the brakes, and you can see it's very similar, apart from the line being off there and maybe a few bits there. The line, the racing line, is near on the same, and we're at 7/100ths of a second here, up to 800. I think we pull it back a little bit there, and another pretty difficult corner here as well, down into the straight. And you can use this, guys. Make sure you go and check out your time against the other times. On the bottom there, you can see it says change mode, so you can track it just as I am against one of the top 10 times. And thank you to these guys for putting them up. Into the last few turns here, as you can see, the racing lines, the braking points, all very similar. Just a few discrepancies around the last corner here. As you can see, rolls a little bit longer into that and through the line. There we go, just over a second. And as I said, we've already put in a quicker time. So as you can see here, this is the friends list. We've got Arkies there. Go and check out his YouTube channel. That's Calster at the top. Also go and check his one out as well. We use his Ghost. And as you can see at the time of recording, which was earlier today, there's Arkies 43rd, and we are 57th. We've actually pushed it. As I said, we're in the low ones now, so a 2:02.1, which will push us up to 25th. I think we're at this point in time, and I think even Arkies has pushed it up to 2:02.2, something like that. Before we get into this, guys, thank you to everyone who subscribed lately, and thank you for subscribing. Also hit that subscribe and like button if you haven't already. And we get into this lap guide. Your first marker here, the 300, just on the 300, maybe a little bit before. Hard onto the brakes, down to third, back on the accelerator. And it's important to watch the accelerator down in the right there, just under the right of the car. Watch that accelerator, because we're not accelerating fully out of every single corner, as we're on sports hard tires and the car just wants to slide. And as you can see again as well, on the right, we're on our third lap of this. Your next marker here, that shadow just before the 400, hard onto the brakes, down to fourth. Another little brake there, back on the accelerator, cutting across there. Look how much we use. Here we're just tapping, no brake marker, we're just tapping the brakes and rolling back on the accelerator. The next marker here, 200 or just before, again, just before the 200, hard onto the brakes, down to third, getting it in tight there, letting it roll a little, back on the accelerator. And then down into your next marker straight away, right here, the 200. I would say just on or a little bit after the 200, hard onto the brakes, down to third, again keeping it in tight here. Do lose the back end a little bit there, and try not to, as that will slow you down. And then down the straight here, your next marker, the 200, need a long brake in here, maybe just before, start off just before and push it, see what you can do, down to third, back on the accelerator. See, we're not fully on, we're like 3/4 on. Your next marker here, just before the 100, basically just where I am almost, hard onto the brakes, keeping it in third, and again accelerating out of there. And the next marker here is in between the 100 and the 200 marker on the right there, onto the brakes, keep it in fourth. You can run wide here, use all of the track. And then this barrier here where it changes on the left for your last marker, brake hard, keeping it in fourth again, and accelerate out through the line for the gold time. We'll have the views after this, the cockpit view, the hood cam, and finally the cinematic view. And hopefully guys, this helps you out. If you want to skip through, and we will catch you in the next one. Good luck guys.